Some mornings are different. Not louder, not a big deal. It's just heavier in a sense you can't put into words. You open your eyes, and before the world rushes in, your mind is already made up, not because of fear, not on being confused, but on Jesus. It's not simply a line from a song when I say, I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Jesus. It's a symbol for those who have been chosen, a clue that something deeper is going on. This sentence didn't arise from being comfortable. It came from a call, from being apart, from folks who were taken out of the throng and forced to do something. And once you know what these phrases mean spiritually, you'll understand why not everyone can relate to them. Not everyone has this way of thinking. That's when the actual narrative starts. The spiritual origin of a stayed mind. A stayed mentality in the Bible isn't passive. It is disciplined, tied down, safe. If you keep your attention on Jesus, you won't be as readily rattled by things that shake everyone else. Things may be crazy around you, but they don't control you. It's not easy to focus like that. It grows under strain. People that are chosen don't just fall into this way of thinking. They are taught how to do it. This level of mental alignment frequently happens after betrayal, being alone, losing someone, or a lengthy time when God didn't speak. It's made when you take away all the distractions and you're left with either faith or failure. A lot of individuals can't stand the stillness. People that are chosen learn how to live there. But this way of thinking didn't stay a secret for long. It became something that could be heard. Why this phrase became a spiritual declaration. This statement wasn't meant to be funny when it came into evangelical music. It was war. People didn't sing songs like these to get people's attention. They sang them to lift their spirits and remind their souls who was really in charge when life became too hard. It wasn't about the tune when it repeated. It was about getting everything in line. When you say the truth over and over, it sinks into your spirit. That's why this remark meant a lot to those who were sad, confused, and tired. It wasn't claiming that life was easy. It was saying that the mind would not be taken over. A lot of the people that sung it were dealing with personal problems. Some were fighting ideas they never said out loud. Some people were sticking up for others while barely keeping it together, but they still kept focused. That's not a sign of weakness. That's spiritual power. And if this message speaks to you, now is the time to stop. You didn't just happen to be here. If you agree with this type of spiritual truth, sign up for the Chosen Light. This channel is for people who know there is more to life than what they see. And if you want to assist, joining the membership or sending a super chat will help keep this light going. The following part explains why selected ones are so important to themselves. Why chosen ones have to learn to control their minds. The mind is the first place chosen ones are attacked. Confusion, too much thinking, doubt. That is really a spiritual attack. That's not by chance. A mind that stays still is hazardous to the enemy. So the plan is to keep people from becoming distracted. If you wake up with your thoughts on Jesus, that doesn't imply you don't have problems. It indicates you know where to put your attention before the fight starts. A lot of chosen ones know what it's like to wake up exhausted, but not physically. Something inside me still won't give up. That's not who you are. That's a task. When circumstances get tough, some individuals give up their faith. People who are chosen become quieter and more concentrated. But this way of thinking became even more obvious as the world evolved. And not everyone got it. Why people don't get this way of thinking? People often confuse spiritual discipline with denial in today's world. People think that being still is a sign of weakness. Faith is confused with avoidance. People who don't tread this route frequently say, "Why don't you just let go?" They don't know that you already did. You stopped being afraid. You stop being scared. You stop needing to be in charge. A mind that stays still doesn't imply you ignore what's real. It signifies that reality doesn't own you anymore. People are guessing, and it is still only a guess, that the increase of spiritual language online is linked to a deeper awakening. As the world gets noisier, those who are selected are being asked to be quieter, sharper, and more focused. Not everyone will get that, and they aren't supposed to. The fight against spiritual focus. When spiritual clarity goes up, resistance goes up also. Some detractors say that thinking based on faith is old-fashioned or domineering. Some individuals say that it makes people lazy. People often say these things, but they don't get one thing right. A trained mind is not a weak one. One of the toughest things to change is a person who has decided to focus their mind. This is why this sentence makes people feel strongly. It stands for power. It is giving up without giving into terror, and that type of authority makes some individuals feel uneasy. But selected ones don't come here to be understood. They are here to remain in line. Why you keep getting up this way? It's not a coincidence that you keep waking up with your focus on Jesus. It's conditioning. God teaches his chosen people by having them do things over and over, by sending reminders, by quietly reinforcing things before the hubbub of the day starts. This has nothing to do with religion. It's about the relationship, about being in line before getting a job. You don't wake up focused because everything is going well. You wake up focused because you've learned what happens when you don't, and that knowledge makes everything different. A message for the chosen. Not everyone will like this term. It was never meant to be. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Jesus is a sign, an indication that you are spiritually mature, a symptom that your thinking is no longer easy to take over. If this message speaks to you, sign up for the chosen light. This area is for people who are taking a less traveled route, not the more popular one. Joining the membership or giving through Super Chat can help our ministry grow if you feel driven to do so. Because selected ones don't just get up, they wake up in line. They are safe when they wake up. They are ready when they wake up. And if your thoughts keeps going back to Jesus before the world has a chance to say anything,